All right, welcome back everybody. In our last tutorial, we created our cherries. And in this tutorial, what we're going to do is just animate this. So if it's first time animating with Aesprite, you're welcome. Now, we created a group and placed all our objects in the group. So what we want to do is to think about how we're going to animate this. Now, animating in groups is really interesting because you get to animate the whole object. And if you have a specific, frame, you can separate the object, out, put the object out of the group and begin the animation. So first, my layer group is locked. So I'll click on the padlock icon to unlock that. And what I want to do is to bring out the shadow because I don't want to animate the shadow as well. Technically, it'd be important to do so, but I just want to make this cherry hover at the top. So here where we have the shadow layer, I'll bring this out of the group. Now it's going to be hiding behind the background. So I'll just click that shadow layer and push it back up. And we can just quickly save this, which we haven't saved our project. We'll just call that cherries and hit OK. So cherries.aesprite. We have a raw Aesprite file named cherries. So here I'll go back to our cherries final. Now we have layers. We have layers here. We need to add frames. To add a frame, we simply going to say Alt N. That's a new frame. So on frame 1, our object is here. Our cherry is here. But let's click on the move tool. On frame 2, we want to push this object. So I'll just click on this and drag this, move this 2 frames up. Now, if we play this, this is going to be super fast. So how do we actually slow this down? Because frame 1, we're here, frame 2, we're here. And basically that's animation. We're changing a property of an object over time. And over 1 frame, we're moving our cherries 2 pixels up. That's our animation. So here we need to add a few empty frames to basically delay the time it takes for the cherry to move to frame 2. So let's add 2 empty frames. So I'll do Alt N. So now on frame 1, we're here. On frame 4, we're here. On 2, we're in the same place. So let's play it now and see. So we can see actually we're affecting how fast that cherry is. So on frame 3, let's add 2 more frames. So I hit Alt N. So now we have 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's 4 empty frames between frame 1 and 6. So let's play that. And you can see we have our object, basically bobbing up and down. We can add an empty frame here like that. And let's play this. All right. And that's our basic animation. Now, what we can do is to make the object flash, just like in a video game. We want to tell the player, hey, you actually have something here. So if we look at this, flash, flash, flash. So on frame 4, what we want to do is to fill this entire object with a nice flashing color. And a good color to use is I think this yellow is going to be a bright, nice color. So all we're going to do on frame 4 is to fill this with a color. And to do that, I'll get rid of the background and the shadow. I'll go to the fill tool. All right, so let's add a new layer in the group, and then we can use that to fill this at the top. Because it's a group, I can't really add that information directly like that. So let's open up the group, go to stock, hit Alt N to create a new layer. Sorry, not Alt N, Shift N to create a new layer. And I'll call that Flash, like the flash. And here in our flash layer, what we're going to just fill that up. So I'll go over here and then use the paint bucket tool and just fill. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. So I'll just quickly go over here and just, sorry guys, I'm using the brush tool here. So let's try doing that. So let's test it with just this outline before we decide to go around and fill everything up. Whoops. So basically, I'm trying to create a silhouette. There's actually an effect in Aesprite we can use. It's called the outline. The outline is going to add an entire outline around an object. So let's try doing that. So rather than shade the entire thing, let's just flash the outline, which I could just make my life easier by applying the outline effect. But I just like doing things the hard way. So let's play animation and see. And now, yeah, you can see we have that flashing animation. Now, what we can do is to make this flashing. So I wanted to flash again. So instead of doing this, right, let's go over here, right click, and I could just copy that and go to frame 6 and paste that on frame 6. So if we play it now, now we can see we have a nice little flashing fruit object, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that's how we can create a nice little animation here using Aesprite. Now, the cool thing we can do is to, kind of indicate where things are. So for example, if we have these frames where we have this object here, let's say frame 1 to 3, we can add tags on this frame, right? So I can set this region here, right click and create new tag and pick a nice little color, and I'll call that flash. I'll just call that move and hit OK. So that's our move animation here. So if we play this, we have a move animation. And what we can do is when we're exporting this object in Aesprite, we can select which animations we want to export, and we can have multiple animation layers. For example, let's just do one more. So if I go to 8 here, I'll hit Alt N. So I have 5 frames from 8, and I'll drag this range and stop this at 8. And if I play this, you can see we're only looping the animation from 8. So on the 9, so if I go to 9 here, frame 9, I can move this to the left. So let's go over here and I'll do something like this. 9, and I'll go to 13. So 9 is here and 13, we'll just move the object here. So from 9 to 13, I can select 9 to 13, right click, go to add tag, and I'll just call that move. And we can select a different color. And here we're setting that we're going from 9 to 13. And if we play this now, so you can see we have move, actually call that move. So let's call this translate. So now we're translating here. So we have move, and here we have translate. And we have move here, move and flash. I think it should be move underscore and underscore flash. So move and flash, and then we have translate. So we created an animation. How do we export the animation? I'm glad you asked. So this is how we can export the animation. Let's go to File, and let's go to Export. So we can click Export Sprite Sheet. And here we can see the separate sprite sheets we've created. And we can select, let's go to sprites, sprites grid. This is actually, let's go to the open sprite sheet preview, and we can select which layers we want to export. So if we only want visible layers or selected layers. So if, for example, if we don't want the background and the shadow, so we can turn that off. And then now we're going to go to File, Export, Export Sprite Sheet, and we'll click on Visible Layers. We're only going to do that for split visible layers. And then for the tags, we can split our tags. So that way we're going to separate our animation with the, this is going to be the translate, and this is going to be the move and flash. So we can actually see it from here. So this is move and flash, and this is translate because we're using split tags. If not, we're going to have one animation with the entire, tag like that. All right, so we can select our borders if we want a border padding, and we can select our layout. So if we want to do rows or we want a horizontal strip, so we can always set that. We can do columns, but I just want to leave that by rows. So we have 2 rows, and we don't want to set any constraints. So again, we can go to File and we can go to Save As, and here we can right click over here and we can set the data type. So let's say we want a PNG. We can save our entire animation as a PNG file and just export one frame as a PNG, right? So go to frame, and this is our frame properties. We can add tags, we can jump to a specific frame, we can duplicate cells, but we've just done all that, so we're not going to check that again. And here we can do things like set the duration. So instead of, adding a lot of frames, we can set a duration and hold a specific frame for a few milliseconds. So basically, for example, if I'm on frame 5, where we have this flash, so we go to frame and go to frame properties. So for frame 6, we can set the milliseconds to 200 and click OK. So if we play it now, so it actually waits a little bit on frame 6 and then, moves on. So we can add holds here and without needing to add a lot of frames. So if you want to have just 2 frames for animation where the player is up and down, you can hold that frame and have that frame like that. So let's quickly export. So let's go to File, Export, Export Sprite Sheet. Let's click on Sprites. Let's click on Split Tags. So we can have 2 of that. And let's click on Open Sprite Sheet. And let's click on Export. And we're done. We've exported our sprite sheet. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Peace.